What's up, everybody? Sean here with another live to roll. Kind of just doing a little bit of a holiday hangout with you guys today. Got Thanksgiving coming up in a couple days. So, yeah, we're just going to be hanging out. So, if you guys have any questions, anything you want to mention, talk about, just pretty open discussion. So, yeah, we'll love to hear from anybody and, yeah, talk about anything. So, yeah, I'm Sean. I'm a C5, C6 quadriplegic from a snowboarding accident 20 years ago, or 21 years ago. Sorry, I'm almost 22 now, actually. Shoot, coming in January. But Bobby, what's up, man?
Yeah, not much, not much. I'm Bobby Rohan, C5, C6, just like Shawnee here. From a bicycle accident 36 years ago. Make sure you hit that like button and smash if you're not subscribing yet, please.
Yeah, thanks, Bobby. And real quick, also, since I do typically always forget this, but I am trying to get into the habit of making sure to thank our sponsors in the beginning of the show as well. So I wanted to thank our sponsors, mobility professionals and urology professionals, a couple of great companies that do support us, sister companies, but they are amazing companies, support the community. We'll give them a little bit more of a shout out at the end, but their information is down below. If you're looking for any urological or DME type of needs, definitely give them a call. They're great people, great company. All right. So yeah, open discussion. We got some people hanging out in the chat. Hey, what's up, everyone? Leon, I saw
Yeah.
you text earlier today too. I was gonna get back to you. Just been a little busy today, but uh, happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
We got Jay. Jay, you already had your Thanksgiving, so it's our time. Yeah. So thank you.
Oh, that's right, because
And we
Canada's is a little before or when.
yeah, theirs is in October.
Oh, okay.
Uh, and we haven't seen Rob and Tara in a while, but Rob, welcome back, man. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, welcome back,
Great.
guys. Yeah, welcome everybody.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's holiday season, and it's that time. I guess you get into the swing of things. Um, Start hearing those Christmas music already.
That's a. I feel like that does start to happen earlier and earlier, which I don't hate. Like I always did think like, yeah, why doing it before? But now I'm like, I really like Christmas. I like Christmas lights, so I'm like, yeah, if you want to put them up at the beginning of November, I'll look at them. I'll drive by 'em. But
it's just the music a little bit early. That's all.
yeah, you don't want 2 months of the
And
music.
yeah, and now the Black Friday. The Black Friday has gotten out, and now every day is Black Friday. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
It's those two things. Just Christmas music after Thanksgiving. That's all I ask. You can put up your lights. It's a pain in the ass, especially if you go all out, like a neighbor I have, and he's in the full swings. I see about four ladders up, um, and get ready, yeah. But don't put the Christmas music, and don't tell me it's Black Friday until it's Black Friday like it used to be. All you did is jumped on a bandwagon and start saying, "Oh, we're having our Black Friday the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and then the week before, and now the month of November." It's just like, now what do you really get? You don't get shit. It's not. It's just telling you, just come in, please,
yeah, they just want to
or buy something, please,
yeah
like we're
increase
trying to
just
get you to do.
yeah, no, I know that is like pretty much everybody's wants to start buying and getting. And honestly, I feel like most people, even maybe for Black Friday, are starting to actually Christmas shop. I feel like a lot of people would just kind of buy. They
Yeah,
wait
I
for
get
that sale, but they're just kind of buying stuff for themselves or buying whatever. But maybe not. Maybe people out there
I don't,
actually shopping.
I don't know. I mean, in my 50s, there's only a few people I buy for. And that's basically some of the kids that's in our family. I have some cousins that they're kids. If they're 16 or 18 and under, we'll get something thoughtful. Um, that's, it's kind of like my grandma. My grandma would give us at Christmas 25 and for our birthday 10, you know. And then once you get married, it's nothing. It's, my grandma's like, you're married. So, being the one who got married first in the family, I was like, hey, my grandma's like, you're married. That's not my job anymore. You know, I kind of liked it, and so now, even for my wife and I, we just say what we're going to go get for ourselves for our Christmas. And I say, thank you, honey.
You guys just get yourselves what
Pretty
you
much.
want.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we try to do something for the house.
Okay,
So
like
if
together, yeah.
anybody's seeing my room look a little bit different, bare boxes, um, getting thinned down, not this week. Next week on Wednesday, I have my hardwood flooring coming in, and that's
Oh,
the
no way.
Christmas gift for the house for us.
Cool.
We're finally putting in hardwood floor. This carpet is about 23 years old. And the dog we have now, whenever it rains, she thinks I'm not going out there in the wet and put my bottom down there to pee. I'm going to come in here. So I got a few little stains that have morphed into like, come on. So we're
Yeah,
finally doing the last room of the house that needs some flooring.
yeah, yeah. That's cool, man. So you guys are just doing that room, right? You're not redoing the rest of the floors.
Yeah, the
You
rest
guys
of the
have
house,
those floors, yeah,
yeah, everything else has been redone.
yeah, yeah. No, that's nice though. Hopefully, maybe the dog will.
Well, yeah, she doesn't do it
But
anywhere in the house unless there's a piece of cloth or something, maybe a rug.
okay,
Luckily, not the bed.
you guys might need to just like buy a little disposable like chuck pad, pee pad for the
I
floor.
hope not. No, she's not that bad. She'll finally
That's
go out there.
I do have that's what I one of my girl dog, the smaller one. She's does same thing. Raining, if it's really cold, she's not going outside. You have to force her and then like close the door and be like, "You're out
Lock
there.
it down. Yeah,
Go,
like
go."
you're not coming back until I know
But
you
even
went
then,
out
she'll
there.
just kind
And
of sit there and like wait and like
yeah,
does not like to do it. And same problem, will pee in the house and stuff. So
yeah, yeah. And those pee pads don't work no matter what they say. Or all it is basically a chuck marked up about five, or no, not $5 or $10 more, and just call it a
the
puppy
dog
chuck.
out
It's
there,
like
yeah,
there's
yeah.
no scent here that's going to make the like you put it down and it's going to pee right next to it, not on that chuck. Come on, it's
Uh,
funny that people who buy those.
that is funny, yeah. Nicole in the chat or Mr. Cockatooey now. I know YouTube changed all the people, all the names, even ours. Said that Walmart does Hollow Thanksmas. So I guess Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas all starting at once in October, maybe. Uh, we- uh, but and then
Well,
Robin Terra actually said that they did their Christmas on Halloween this year. We're still doing a little Christmas. Oh, so you guys celebrated your Christmas on Halloween this year. That's cool too. Like, I mean,
oh yeah, I get it. I know that like some people like, well, even this year will, or it's been kind of great to see, or for families that are big families that have somewhere to go on Thursday, but then some people have it on a Friday when more, I get it. I mean, it's hard to do the holidays for everybody on the same day. Yeah, I get it.
yeah, and that's what I feel like. That's what. Well, even Lee is definitely like a believer of like it doesn't. You don't have to only get together on that holiday. Like sometimes people are busy. It's hard to travel on the holiday. Like people, the
Oh
roads and
yeah.
stuff. All that is really hard. So sometimes it's maybe better. Yeah, just do it like the week after. Do it whatever.
Mhm.
Like whenever your family can kind of conveniently get together, or if yeah you can't do the main one, then get together with the rest of the family. Uh, but yeah, that's what we're kind of just doing our own thing this year. So we're just kind of everything's been a little hectic and stuff. Around here, we got a lot of different stuff with our living situation, things changing and different stuff going. You just at our house, like where we are at the house here. So we're just kind of doing our own little mini Thanksgiving. So
Yeah, I just wanted to address something Nicole said. She contacted urology professionals, and unfortunately, they don't have every contract. And some states can be funny about, where they want you to buy in-state,
yeah,
and only be contracted there. Yeah. So as much as I know, um, and it's say that if you're out of state, unfortunately, they just don't have all the contracts. They don't. Some states are stupidly funny about that and control the people to buy in state, and that's, sorry about that. I wish our sponsors could handle everybody with any type of insurance, but as you know, not every place can do that.
yeah. No, I know that is the problem. That's what and all the different ones, the different yeah states, different everything has different stuff. So I know that is like yeah just typical for different people in different areas. So, um, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
hopefully there is a good local one there you can use and find that will take care of you and get you everything.
Yeah. And at any time when you have urology problems and it is a business, you know, and you're having a tough time them getting stuff for you, contact your Better Business Bureau sometimes, because most of them are a part of it. They will investigate. They will take a stake into every claim or every um, complaint that is being called in to go in and say, listen, we need to have an understanding of what's going on here. So that is something to do. It's also something to do with contacting your insurance because they might say, no, we would pay for that. And that company is contracted with us. They should be providing X, Y, and Z, depending on what you are getting. Now, Medicaid, Medicare, Medi-Cal, whatever it might be, might say, it's not always covered. And it's always depending upon the RX that is given.
Right? Yeah, yeah. That's a lot of that stuff can factor into yeah the way it's written. Um,
Mhm.
so, but yeah, but I do know that I know somebody else had mentioned too. I think that they didn't take their insurance and stuff, and that is just unfortunate. That's just what happened. You know, these companies, like you said, they can't all have all the contracts and be able to do everything and stuff. So, but that's cool. Yeah.
Did you just read that one too? The last comment
Family is like fish; they stink about every three
after
days.
after
Wow.
about 3 days.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
yeah,
Um,
pretty funny.
so speaking, I guess we've done this kind of before, and I think everybody's got a good grip um, in this chat, and maybe have given in their opinions. Um, Holidays can be funny for those with disabilities at this time of year. It is sometimes for those that might have had the spinal cord injury or a different change with their body, a stroke or transverse myelitis, whatever it might have been. When it comes around to the holidays, it can be sometimes overwhelming a little bit more. It's kind of maybe not what it used to be. Um, and as somebody who, yes, I was hurt at 17, I wasn't, an adult. I've never had to quite deal with making sure I have the Christmas gifts under the tree like I was presented at most times. Um,
Yeah.
as waking up and thinking Santa Claus had just arrived, it can be stressful. It's a stressful time of year, and it's a stressful time. Our health sometimes changes because the weather changes. we're not comfortable. Sometimes we're not comfortable about going over to a family's house because it might not be accessible. The bathroom might not be accessible. You get stuck in a corner. I mean, I know I've been through the gamut of going to friends or families, whatever it may be. Um, like going up to my brother's house, and he lives in the most accessible house known to man. I mean, you name it, it's just not. Except one bedroom I can go into, and that's it. Once I'm in the house, and that's after going down the steepest driveway I've ever seen. That is just 10 feet drop. So like
I
it
hate
is just.
driveways like that. I would not want to park like that or pull into that.
I don't know how my brother's a miracle when it comes to parking because it goes like this: you drop like a roller coaster, and then he's got to turn the wheel real fast to the left. It's just like,
That's
and it is kind of scary when I'm like, how do you do this every day? And granted, he lives in a place that it's raining all the time up in Santa Cruz, and it's like trees and that just moss all over the place. It's always wet, except summertime. But and then once you're there, it's going, through his patio, down a couple steps, and then up a couple. It's just the worst. So,
yeah, that sounds like it.
and my brother's always like every year, him and his wife, come on up. What? We'll take care of you. We got it. You got it. But you don't understand how it's not very comfortable for us.
Yeah, no, I know that makes it really hard. Yeah, that's what like our families we go to. The front's accessible. I can roll straight, and there's like this like 1 inch little lip to a little porch, and then
Yeah.
like another 1 inch threshold, which is easy. But I can't get into the backyard without assistance, and I can't fit into the bathroom door. So that's kind of one of the problems. Like I can roll
Yeah.
around the
Your
house and
brain.
stuff, and it's nice, but like. And then yeah, like with help and stuff, I can get outside and I can pee outside, and that's what I've had to do every time I've been over there. But but
Or
that's
pee in a cup or in a.
yeah,
What
empty
I've done
bottle.
at many times, many houses, is pee in the empty bottle. I'm like, hey, you guys done with this? So
Hopefully
it's
nobody sets it back on the counter and gives it a
no,
front.
we what we usually do is that one wine bottle, then we stick it under the toilet, in case I go again. And then at the end of the night, I always go, let's go grab that empty wine bottle and put it in the trash. So
Yeah.
yes, we're really thoughtful about that. And some, I know I've seen where people bring their own containers that they um, can use. I just never had one when I used to do it, and so we always were around friends that might drink wine. So it was always like, "Do you have an empty wine bottle?"
Yeah, that's what does kind of suck for I think a lot of people. I think it's if you do have a family that thought of you and made their house more accessible for holidays, that's really incredible. But like Nicole mentioned in the chat, I had just highlighted that she can't get into her family's house, and she even has a portable ramp, but she says they don't really want her there or don't want to help. So that's just hard if that's
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So it's obviously it's sometimes it can make you feel really unwelcome as a person with a disability, that you're just not welcome. And then I mean, and when I don't know about you, Sean, and even when we've had it at my house, we've had Friendsgiving here for
Yeah,
the
we
Live to Live family. And when it starts to get crowded, I start to get like, uh, leave everybody, and not because I don't love everybody in my home and coming and visiting, and it's just too much.
Yeah, it gets too
You
crowded and it's hard to maneuver, hard to get around.
yeah,
Like
you're like,
I
I
know
got,
that there's been the couple of the Friendsgivings we had. I know a couple of times I had tried to go to the bathroom, but everybody was congregating in the living room, and I tried to like, oh, can you back up a little bit, scoot, skirt, and then make a little aisleway and roll through to the thing. But that's just because we do take up some space and we kind of tend to congregate in the middle of open spaces, which is sometimes.
and then now you go to a friend's house, and then it's like that because their home isn't really laid out. Like, I mean, my house is pretty laid out, but there's these narrow bottleneck areas that just happen.
Which is hard to avoid in any house for
Yeah,
anybody. If yeah, if
yeah.
you're in, it's just like if you have an ideal house, that's really cool. If you're able to have like a big open space and you don't have any bottleneck areas and things. But I feel like that's probably pretty rare for most of us. That's just not common usually. There's always somewhere in a house that's gonna have like a little
Hmm.
narrower area or a tighter turn or somewhere to navigate.
We, I had a good friend of mine who, up until he got married, but he used to be like to all his friends, come over to my dad's house. We're having Thanksgiving," and his dad would have it catered. And lived in the nice upper of Encino of nice homes. And I mean, just imagine this. We made jokes about this, Sean. To go down the hallway, pretty much we can have a 3-on-3 rugby tournament in the hallway. That's how big the hallway was. So there was one place that I didn't mind going to a friend's house or to a friend's dad house that would host a party, from time to time. I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, let's go. You know, so because it was just a humongous house. Everything great except the parking,
Yeah,
you know. Yeah.
yeah, that's cool then. At least they have that. I would love to have some sort of like a yeah, every hallway being like the where you could easily pass even just two wheelchairs, like like that would
Mm.
be amazing if every hall was made to that.
It's
But
funny. Some days I love living in the house, and some days I can't stand it. Like it would be nice to have just a small little house, you know, less things to take care of. It just seems like bigger you get, the more problems you get from
well,
time
yeah,
to time.
that's what we've talked about a lot too. Is like that all that extra space, like that's hard to manage and clean. Like so, like all the space for us, like I can't do a whole lot to help with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So that's just a lot to put on Leah for like if we had extra rooms, extra space, extra all this stuff, like that would just be that's a lot of extra work. Like even if
Yep.
we had like an extra bathroom to clean or something, like that's a pain in the ass having to clean like two bathrooms if like we were like to have two
Hmm.
bathrooms in a house, like where we had one that was all set up and accessible for me and then like another one like that means that's twice the work of like managing and cleaning and stuff. So that's one thing we've been talking about and stuff with like what we would like our space to be in the future.
Yeah,
But I agree. I dream of that space, that kind of space. But yes, you're right. More space, more
yeah.
problems. Like
Hmm.
I'm just you don't need to overextend it, but just have like open space. Like I feel like that's just the one thing. And one of that thing is that I've now really learned in these last couple of years, and I've really tried to do, and is actually feels great, is to declutter and get rid of some stuff that I just don't use anymore. It's just stuff that I've had just sitting. I had a storage unit I was paying for years, like. The, and I just had it full of crap, and I ended up throwing away 90% of it when we went through it. Like literally, I there maybe I threw away 80% and then 10% I sold on OfferUp and then maybe kept 10% of like what was in there. So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
literally throwing money away every month to like
I mean,
crap.
it is cool. This is my garage for anybody that doesn't know. I turn this into a room because what does a garage 90% of the time, well, maybe not 90, but a percentage of the time, and I'll just say more than 50%, is a garage becomes just pretty much,
Storage.
I don't know what to do with this. It's a storage place. It's just what you were paying for. Throw it in the garage. I don't know. Throw it in the garage. We might use it again. Throw it in the garage. Throw it in the garage. So when we moved in, I had a lot of stupid collectibles that I had started collecting over the years, and a friend got me into collecting NASCARs, and um, it was fun. Just kept giving me a lot, and then he would say like, "Oh, dude, we can buy these 25 cars for 22 25, not 2500, how much, like uh 2500 or something like that. Just we buy these stacks of cars, and then I just next thing I know I had way too many cars and then way too much clutter. My mom was a is was a shopaholic, and like she knew I liked Nolan Ryan when I was a kid, and idolized him, wanted to be a pitcher. So she's bought me every Nolan Ryan freaking thing. Just stuff that I was like, cool. What am I gonna do with a tile Nolan Ryan? That's probably not even his autograph. And all this stuff. And going through this room this week, like 90% is just like, I don't, just throw away, throw away. And it's
Oh,
not throwing away.
thanks.
We've taken it over to Goodwill and a couple of other places we've known. But my dad used to collect Steins, and I had a bunch of his stuff here, and I'm just like, no. My wife's like, but this one's cool. I'm like, Ellen, no, it looks cool, but it's just gonna sit on my shelf again. I get rid of, and then I even came across because when we cleaned out my mom and dad's house, uh, it's mine or my brother's. There's no name on it, but my mom had our baby shoes bronzed.
Oh yeah.
They're like, throw away. My mom's like, what? I mean, my wife is like, what? These are your shoes when you were a baby. Yeah,
Take some really good pictures of them. You'll have a nice digital copy.
yeah, yay. I don't. That means what to me now? I'm sorry. I'm not. It's it's cute. Maybe to see one more time. I don't know. They're bronze. They're just sitting there collecting. You see how much dust is on this, Ellen? They've been sitting
That
here
that
forever.
that's what I was gonna ask you. Because that's the one thing that Leah had pointed out to me about having stuff like that. Because I do like some of the little collectibles, some of the knickknacks and things. But she's like, "Are you gonna dust all those?"
Right. Oh, and
I'm
that's
like,
what I get too, Sean. Sean, I get it too. Yeah, it's just like
and
when I
so
did
that's
this
me
room.
asking her to dust all these little tiny knickknacks and things, and then I realized like, okay, yeah, maybe I don't need them that bad. I probably don't need.
Yep. Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, that is a good point. But that's cool. So you're decluttering a little bit because you do have a lot of cool little stuff in there, and I'm
I
sure some of
do.
it's really cool
I
to
do,
keep
and I want to get
away.
rid of it. It was like one of those things like, ooh, I got this, and in 25 years, guess how much it will be worth? I have that. One thing I found, and I'm pretty sure it's not me. I'm pretty sure it's my dad, but I found these um, $1 coins, like this whole stack of $1 coins. And I looked it up, and each $1 one is worth about $40 now.
Oh wow,
Now, but that's the thing. Now I got to go find a coin dealer, the one that may pay that price. That's what the internet's telling me. So I'm saying, at the end of the day, I'll be lucky if I got $20, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, purge bitches, exactly, dude. And that's what I'm trying to do. And as much as I found my dad. Um, See if I can grab it. I just found this. I was like,
see,
I
that's
kind
the
of
one cool thing about when you do clean out. Also, is sometimes you find stuff that you had forgotten about or didn't know you even really had. And so you will find one or two things like, oh, wow, I forgot this. This is actually I could use this.
yeah, yeah. This one is cool. I have to admit, this one's cool, but woo, it is it is a good time to probably sell it. I don't know, depending on even if it could be real, but let's see here. I doubt if anybody's going to be able to see, but and I don't know how clear it's coming.
It actually
Uh,
cleared in right now. I think your camera wants you to be closer because your focus zoomed in, so or zoomed it focused on it.
yeah, well, it's
What is
Babe
it?
Ruth.
Oh,
It's a
it's a
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth ball. Oh wow.
It's a Babe Ruth ball. I mean, it looks old. I I've researched on Saturday the autograph of all of his autographs online. It looks legit.
Yeah, you
So
probably have to take it like if you wanted to get top dollar for it, you probably have to take it to like someone to maybe get authenticated or like.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I got to do.
But
Um,
that's cool though. That's a pretty cool collectible right there.
yeah,
To
but my
find.
wife's like, "Why don't you keep it?" Why? Okay, great. I have, but then I die one day, and then who's? I don't have, I don't have kids. I mean, I could, pass it to uh, yeah, Babe Ruth, not Baby Ruth. That would be pretty funny if there was a Y there, like the candy bar. But
So
um,
somebody
we
trying
have
to
a
flip.
grandson that could, but I don't know. I don't know if he would really. I just think we're at the end of the era of people wanting stuff like this.
You think the collectible era is kind of fading? You think people are?
I mean, baseball and stuff like that. I don't. Kids
You mean
get
like the
their
younger
fix.
generation, the kind of not really
The
into
new
internet?
generation coming up, they get their fix in 10 seconds or less. And if you don't grab their attention, they move on. And I don't see collectibles as an attention seeker for them. You
Yeah,
know,
maybe not. Yeah, that could be good. Yeah, a good point. That's we actually
you know,
been.
I'm lucky if I get a quarter watching a football, one quarter of a football game with my grandson. He loves football. He knows all about it, but he gets all of his stuff within the YouTube and maybe Instagram, but his is YouTube. I just see him doing this, and he's on YouTube, the Shorts, which is pretty much TikTok or
Yeah, it's just like the minute reels, like
yeah,
a
it's your
Instagram reel or
TikTok.
whatever.
If you put it
Yeah,
on
yeah,
TikTok, it probably
YouTube
goes
Shorts.
everywhere. But that's what he knows all the players, but for him to watch, because there might be a commercial coming up, and I have the red zone. So it goes to another game, but he's still that it still doesn't grab his attention fast enough. It's
Yeah,
just
that's,
crazy,
he probably. I mean, even because I was gonna say, even for the red zone, that's usually pretty like they just keep take you to every like scoring play, right? 'Cause I feel like that wouldn't that's pretty like seems like engaging. You know, like you're not just sitting there watching all the like the slower parts of the game, but
right?
um, but
Yeah, yeah. Collectibles might never die, but it will be a neat a niche, a smaller one than what it was. I just don't see many people, collecting like they used to.
yeah, I'm
I
sure
just
there's still going to
I
be
really
collectors that will pay like for certain things, you know, top dollar for certain things, but it'll be a with a smaller market of those collectors. Those prices, I'm sure, will come down because the demand obviously will be way down. So, but
yeah, let me know if um grab my Instagram, hit me up, and if you know somebody who would buy it, I
I think he is. He collects silver. That's what he was saying in the thing, and it's actually worth more as silver than it is as the coins. So
oh
that's
yeah,
what he.
that's what I figured. No, I knew it wasn't because of the coin was at a certain year. Yeah, it's because it's pure silver.
Pure
And
silver.
there was one that said 19. I think it said one that said 1979. I'm like, you could tell the difference, and it was just one. I was like, that ain't worth anything anymore.
Like garbage pail cards. I don't know how much those are worth, but we actually just sold. I had posted on the Facebook Marketplace. Leah still had an original working Nintendo NES system and games, and a Game Boy with like Game Genie and games and like all this stuff. And I had put those up on the thing because she was same thing. We're just trying to declutter and get stuff, and she said she was ready to move on from them, but again,
Yeah, I
those
had a
things are cool. That's super cool to have. But like again, I would have, like there's no, no, we don't have like it just would be something to look at and think it's cool. So somebody
yeah.
else got them today, and I'm sure hopefully are very happy with them.
I had a old, original Atari
Oh
from back
yeah,
in the
that's right.
yeah.
You
And
said
then we
that.
had a garage sale for something, and then some guy just goes, "Do you have like an original Atari?" I'm like, "Yeah, up in my attic if you want to find it." And then he found it, and then he goes, "How much?" I'm like, he goes, "I'll give you $500 for it." I was like, "Yeah, maybe it was
You're like,
worth a
hell
lot
yeah, I don't
more."
know. I didn't sure. Uh, yeah, no, that
I
is
mean,
that.
I mean, it had a lot more. It had a lot more. What you call it? Maybe it had a lot more value, but then I got to go find somebody who wants to buy it without trying to rip me off on marketplace. So
Well, that's what
yeah,
I
so
try. I just try for all that stuff. I try to just do a search on Google, see what like things are selling for that are similar, either on eBay or on wherever, like just different things, and that's how I tried to gauge what the cost of like stuff would be to good. But I did undervalue everything because we're trying to kind of sell. We don't. I don't want to sit there and wait for the right collector to come and pay the top dollar. If somebody else wants to buy the stuff and then take them and then work on that, I know people do that as a living, and that's great that they can do that. That's what you want to do, and because I'm
tell me how I can um, tell me the year and the mint. How do I say? How do I find the mint? I'm not a coin expert, so I know I have most of them. Most of them are 1921 to 1925, and then there was one that was like 1886. So
1986.
no,
18.
1880.
Oh shit. Oh wow.
Yeah, one was 1886. Okay, Nicole's
I, w-
like, I'll
I
pay you.
wouldn't melt that one. Just thinking.
All right, Nicole, we'll talk. I'll take pictures. I'll take pictures. I'll send them.
But
So
yeah,
I'll
that's
let
cool.
you know. All right, um, very cool. They were my dad's. Um, it will help me pay for my hardwood flooring that I'm about to put in that I can't afford right now, but it's just um, driving me crazy. So, so it was kind of cool finding some of these stuff. And one thing I did buy a long time ago, and I thought I bought the wrong ones. I was either going to buy 100 Barry Bonds rookie cards when he was a rookie, or Bobby Bonilla when they were with the Pirates.
Dude, I grew up a
And
Pirates fan as a kid because
I
my
bought
family.
Bobby Bonilla.
You
Not,
bought by Bonnie. That's funny. Those are my two favorite players when I was a kid when they were on the Pirates. That was like those were the two guys because until I was about 10, 11, the Pirates were like my base. I still like the Pirates, but the Dodgers have moved into like my my team. But the Pirates I still will root for in most
yeah,
situations.
you're a Dodger fan because you live here, but if Pirates are also doing great, you're going to root for them.
Yeah, and that's the way for like because like I'm also a Steelers fan for Pittsburgh, and then in hockey, that one's a little more split for me. It's tough. The Kings and the Penguins are very much like neck and neck for me. It's hard when they're playing each other. That's the only time I'm a little like like either
Yeah,
one.
no, yeah, I get it because hockey. I mean, Avalanche wasn't there when I was in Denver, so I'm not an Avalanche fan, but I'll root for them because they were. Hold on, I got to tell my wife. So
But
the
that's funny.
dogs.
So you got 100 Bobby Bonilla rookie cards.
Yeah, and I mean Barry Bonds. I don't know what they're worth. I didn't look it up, but these are worth a good amount. I'll take it. The gardener is here. Uh, maybe my wife figured it out. Sorry about that.
Okay. uh, right on, guys.
How long after oh, bed rest after I fell? Oh, 4 weeks. A good 4 weeks. I would say at 3 weeks, I got up with no pain just to go to my orthopedic doctor, and then like another week and a half of really staying low, taking it easy. So I would say a good 5 weeks.
Yeah, no, you were down for a little bit. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, ever since those first couple times you were up, you could tell you were still in quite a bit of pain and struggling a little bit to move and stuff. But yeah, you've been
Yeah,
seeing.
I started working out yesterday. I mean, I feel like I don't have the range. Like this arm is not going up. So as I try to bring it up, it's just barely. Where this one, I can easily, and I used to be able to do that with both. So it's just more. I'm just working on some shoulder shrug, like some flies, um, little things like that, little at a time.
And the bone healed good. You got like it X-rayed. It's everything whatever is solid again.
Uh, Angry Quad, you crack me up. Pay me $50 and I'll take the car talk. You know what? My my son, my stepson, he had a bunch of Terrell strawberries, and I used to tell him the same thing. I'm like, "Yeah, pay me $20 and I'll take the card off you."
Yeah, that's what, some of those cards you might have to pay to dispose of, or collect some of those whatever you thought were collectibles possibly in the
Yeah,
future. Because some
yeah,
people will collect some weird stuff too. But oh, I have a penny worth 15.
$15. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think pennies are gonna really have well not on a whole have a whole lot of value, even if they're stopped being produced now. No no longer in production, but
Well, it's like people say. I mean, depending on how much silver is worth, then that's what you got. I do have a one. I don't think I can get rid of it. I have a $2 coin.
oh cool.
Um, yeah, from the 1930s or 40s. I have to go back and look at it, but it was my grandma's. She gave it to me. I'll never forget when she gave it to me, and she was like, "This is something a gift for you with meaning and love, and I never want you to underestimate the value of the dollar. Spend it wisely." And I've always kept it. It's for 3 to 5 houses that I've been in since she gave it to me. It's always been in my sock drawer. And will never. I don't know why. I would never leave my sock drawer.
It's all good. We'll give Bobby a second. But yeah, no, that is cool, actually. If everyone wants to know how much of a nerd I was as a kid, I actually had a stamp collection when I was a kid, and we just actually pulled out of the storage unit, and that was part of the stuff that I did end up clearing out. But I don't think I ever had any valuable stamps in there, but I did. That was what I did for some years as a kid. Started a stamp collection.
Well,
Rare
and you
stamps.
hear those stories where kids had a big baseball card collection, and then they move out, and their mom's like, "Oh, this toy stuff," throw it all away, and you're just like, "Mom."
Yeah, no, I know that is. I know that happens to a lot of people. I'm sure with their older stuff like that, collectibles. But
Or
but
I mean, maybe I had a lot of the original first runs of late '70s when Star Wars toys were coming popular.
those are probably worth money.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, we opened
You should.
it. We didn't. I mean, I can only just imagine if I never opened any of those, but you don't know.
No, I know. And you're a kid. You don't play with them. I was not gonna
Yeah,
as a kid.
it
Why would
wasn't.
you
Yeah,
toy and not play with
it's not a collectible right now.
them? And if you were that kid that had that mentality, then good. That's great. But I
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
was not.
And you all know you were a problem child as a kid. If that was it.
But yeah, that is funny. But those are all probably I don't know if people if you know people that are collectors, maybe that's a good hit up the offer up in Facebook Marketplace for some Christmas presents on Friday tomorrow. Start on your Wednesday.
Yeah,
That's
Robert, I'll let you know. Nicole has firsthand. I'm going to take pictures for her, and then I'll let you know. But um, and not that I mean, um, no, I could use the cash to pay for the flooring and cleaning out this room. I found it after we uh, were cleaning stuff that I brought back um, from my mom and dad's house, and I found this stuff and really finally went through the stuff that I was putting away in the box and finally went through it on Saturday. I was like, whoa, okay, this is cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool finds. That's one of the good things about cleaning out. Like I was saying, it's actually it's nice to declutter, clear some of that stuff out. But sometimes you
Mhm.
find those things you're like, oh wow, cool. Like I forgot this was here. Or you didn't even know it was there maybe or something. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I have. My dad worked at Budweiser, so I have a lot of these. Um, they're supposed to be American made, and it says made in the USA. But my dad's like, you can tell these are all made in Japan, and when they shipped it to us. And
oh
so he can tell, he was able to tell me why you can tell and the way the can was shaped, this, that. And in the long run, my dad's like, one day they'll be valuable. And I've looked up a bunch of them. They're, it's almost like buying a beer nowadays. So, yeah. And I'm like, you know, no, they're not worth it. Throw them away. I'm not going to keep this can much longer, this bottle. Of these rare beers that my dad used to bring home. No
yeah.
more. Get it. Get rid of it.
And also, Grey Wolf Darren, I believe, in the chat said, "Don't forget him." He was actually the first one that was saying they're worth more as silver, and he would be interested in buying them, I think, too. So uh, he's also in your coin raffle there. But yeah, that's what Leon said. Have a raffle. Oh, you muted? Not
My
sure.
stupid dogs and Lake Gardner. Um, I'd much rather have to go to one of our listeners than somebody that I found online that I can drive down to and not too far from my house. So yeah, it's much better.
Right
So
on. Yeah, that's cool. That might be nice for somebody to buy for themselves or for somebody for the holidays.
yeah, absolutely.
Uh, but yeah, we
Now,
got off on a little bit
I'll,
of a thing on collectibles and stuff. But
yeah, and I know, which is kind of cool. We don't always have to talk about our disability.
yeah,
Uh, But if somebody wants to pay me for my Babe Ruth baseball, I'll do 10 grand right now. So, I mean, first one, I'll do that one. I think it's higher than that, but I'm going easy. Who knows?
uh,
What? The chat's quiet now.
and I know. I don't know what Angry Card asked. Do you guys know what DEXA scans or about DEXA scans? DEXA. I don't know what that is. No,
Um,
but
Refresh my memory on it. I remember hearing about it. I don't know if it has something to do with bone density or something like that.
oh, okay.
Yeah, let us know, Angry Quad.
Yeah, no, definitely let us know. That's cool. I curious. I don't know what that is, but we are a pretty good group. Yeah,
Yeah, the
yes,
Great Bambino.
that is the Great Bambino. Yeah, that does
I don't
remind
know.
me of the Sandlot. Though. That's what everyone was
Yeah,
talking about
when
before.
he's
So.
like, I don't know. It had an autograph on it. Someone, baby, Babe Ruth or something. I don't know. What? The Great Bambino.
Yeah, they are bone density scans. He said.
Yeah, that's what I
And no,
read.
I actually haven't had one of the. I've thought about that for. a lot of years now, and I just never have actually gone in to get one. And I know that is important, especially I'm 21, coming up on 22 years post. I'm into my 40s now, just turned 43 this last week, and I think, yeah, probably a good idea to check that.
So bone density. Once you find out, and did you find out anything um, like your bone? Obviously, I know that our bone density is going to be, you know, terrible, right? Terrible. And then what? I mean, do we you go on, um, you know, medications? Um, if you don't go on medications, what are the negatives beside? Yes, I get it. I get it. Um, Breaking your bone very easily. I get
Yeah,
it.
brittle.
Brittle bone, and that's not fun to deal with. I don't. I mean, maybe or maybe not. I had it in my shoulder or not. I don't know. Um, but I figured like my upper body and my arms should be um, pretty good. Where it was just the fall I did. I broke it. Now I've broken my ankle by a transfer, and I'm sure it wasn't great for. It was my I have and my orthopedic doctor said, you go, yeah. I mean, you've been sitting down at this time. It was been 30 years. Of course, you're going to break your ankle very easily by because I was at the movie theaters getting back in my wheelchair and sticky
Twisted.
floor. Yeah, sticky floor, and the foot did not twist with my body. So all of a sudden, I heard a pop, and I was like,
I honestly am. I've been afraid of that plenty of times because, like, yeah, during transfers especially, and so a lot of times when I'm getting in and out of my van, sometimes like the going across with the seat, sometimes like I'll hook a toe, hook a foot like on the other seat, and like it'll twist a little bit, but I usually do try to really pay attention so that like
yeah,
if I'm
yeah,
like
no,
moving the little power seat or spinning it, make sure I'm not going too fast and watching where my feet are and um, yeah, because that's one thing I don't want to really have to deal with right now. But yeah, that's
yeah,
go ahead. I was gonna say I don't know what those scores are, how they scored that because I honestly, but I would like to get one and maybe we'll have a full discussion on that in the future here. So.
yeah. I know we can get osteoporosis. There are some medications that do. I know there's side effects, obviously, with anything we ever take in this world. Um, so, I mean, I just know that the older we get, it's going to be much easier for somebody to transfer us and break something. Jeez, my dogs.
I know it's hard. Sometimes the gardeners and things, but yeah,
You take
no,
over,
that
yeah,
is. But yeah, that's really important to monitor. And like I think Angry caught up there in the chat just a bit ago said like there's not uh, much they can do. There's little to no resources, but you should know. Like it's good to at least have an idea. Like I have pretty brittle bones. I should be careful. But I don't know what mine is, but that's sort of how I operate. Like I'm like, okay, I kind of know that I got like possibly some low density brittler bones. So
yeah. I mean, but yeah, you're. I mean, I want to say this gracefully, Angry Quad, in the way you said you should know. I mean, I guess should we really? I mean, if there's not much we can do or very little, I mean, obviously we know. I mean, if you have a good doctor, and I had a doctor that, she goes, have you ever had one? I said, a long time ago. What did they say? Very weak bones. She goes, okay, do you want medications? I can put you on something, but you're going to go on it for 3 months and then you'll go off it for 3 months on it for a couple of these ones that I have. That's that my patients asked me for. I go, should I take it? And she's like, I mean, in the long run, you're never going to build your bones back up. The medication's going to help fill in those little gaps that our bone starts having those those weaknesses in, right? It fills it up. But because we are not moving, it's not going to be 100% of what a medication can do for somebody that is can be functional on walking on their bones or using those bone groups that can make it. Yeah, ground zero. I get it. I mean, a middle ground, but just kind of like my orthopedic doctor said when I broke my ankle, you know, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, he's like, your bones are weak. It's going to happen easy.
Yeah, I would say if he says that the zero is the middle, positive is good, negative not, I would say I'm operating under the impression I'm probably in the negative a couple. But
Yeah. Um,
but that's good
yeah.
info. Thanks for bringing that up. Actually, Angry Quad.
No, it's a good
Yeah,
discussion.
put together a show for that.
And I mean, here's what you can do, for some. I mean, it's always good to have a standing routine if you have a standing frame. Um, and I think that the earlier you do it and get into a standing routine with a standing frame, I think I think that can help maybe in the long run. I heard that osteoporosis with us and our bones weakening. Uh, it happens right away within 2 weeks.
That's what I remember hearing that too. Yeah, being told that. Like, yeah, within like the
Yeah,
first month, you already
first
because that's what
month or
happens
so,
to
it happens
astronauts.
fast.
It happens to like astronauts within like whatever days, weeks, or whatever it can happen. So
Right, and it happens fast, and um, and yes, angry quad exercise. I mean, I would say it. Getting into, like I was saying, standing routine. FES bike is really good. I know a lot of people keep that up. I wish it was something I got into, because all I do is upper body when it comes to like my hand cycle. Um, FVS bike is going to keep it up. I know that when I first got hurt, I was in the standing frame all the time, and then before FVS, we would just put our feet on a pedal, strap the feet down, and then you pedal away, and your legs are going like this. Um, I don't know if that did anything except move my ankles and maybe if you weren't
it
doing it the right
circulates the
way,
blood
cause that
probably pretty
pressure.
well and moves, but I don't know how much it's really.
Yeah, you know how much you're really getting into because you're not flexing the muscles, you're not putting weight bearing down. It's all about weight bearing down. So,
Yeah.
um, and maybe I roll my eyes at these exoskeleton
But
and the
that does work good
locomotive.
for you, and it does move you, and it does move your joints, and that's probably really good for your lower extremities.
I just don't want people to let that be consume their life.
No, it should
Um,
be used for exercise to help help your blood flow, to help your bone density, to help those things, but not like no, don't try to live in an exoskeleton and be like half man, half robot, half woman, half robot, half what.
there you go,
Uh,
Rob. Yeah, and I think by having a standing wheelchair is something. It gets you a lot further than what it probably gets me by not even doing that. Uh, so awesome! Congratulations.
yeah, no,
Show it off
and that's
on your
why.
video when you get it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know that would be actually really cool. And that's what Life's Uncertain had said too, that's why they got theirs checked, was to get a standing frame approved because insurance won't do it. And I did hear that. So that's the reason why I may even look into getting the test in the future. Well, for personal reasons, but also I wouldn't mind having a standing frame or trying to stand at some point. I don't know if it would just too little too late at this point for me because I haven't stood in what, like 18 years. I stood like the first couple years of my injury, and that was probably it. So I think it's I have not stood upright. All right, actually, we got to start wrapping up, but I did actually want to real quickly ask you one question here that was asked into the chat, and a couple people answered. But just real quick to finish out the show, would anybody get a Neuralink chip implanted in their brain? That's and if you don't, anybody that doesn't know, that is something that's made by Neuralink is the company, but that's Elon Musk's company, and it's a chip that helps connect. Uh, it connects your brain directly to devices, I believe, so you can type and control things and do various things that you can do just with like your thoughts. But yeah, Nicole said nope. Leon would think about it, but I think that was all that had.
Not in my after this long. If maybe in my first 5 years after my injury, I might. Um, I don't know if I want to go through something like that. Only because this is who I am now. I guess I don't not reaching out for any more than what I have, except keeping my health maintained. Doing the things I want to do.
Yeah, I know that seems a little bit. I don't think I want anybody putting anything into my brain.
But if you would have caught me in my first 2 years of injury, three, maybe five, I might have. I know I might have tried. I mean, definitely, look into it more. I, you know, I wish you can just say pop it in and reboot your body so I can have some hand function than what I got and grab things a little bit easier. And maybe, well, I think we're always going to have UTIs no matter what's going to happen in life. Um, so I don't know. It just
Yeah, that's I feel like at this point I don't think I do know somebody that's interested in it, and I think is like signed up to be if he can get part of the studies. But I don't know if you know our friend John Zamora. He's a quad from the Valley area, younger quad. He's cool. I've known John since he first got hurt, and I know that's something that he's struggled a lot with some of the stuff of his injury, and I know he's talked about that, and he's signed up for like when they were looking for people, he's in there. I know his name is on that list. I don't know if he's ever going to get anything, um,
right.
but yeah, I just
I
thought that
mean,
was something
it would be a
fun to
great topic.
close the
I
show
think
with.
it's a great topic. I do believe in it. We got to have things out there for hope. I mean, we all live off hope. I mean, look at in today's golden age. I mean, there's been every diet around that everybody wants to take and do. If it was the keto diet or the Richard Simmons sweat until the oldies back in the day, I'm dating myself, and now you got, those shots, whatever, Ozempic. Um,
Yeah, the weight loss stuff.
we're looking to better ourselves. And why not for those with spinal cord injury or those with disabilities to have their body function better? Absolutely. I don't see anything negative about it. I mean, as long as it's not hurting people in the long run. I'm always afraid that, for those who take Ozempic one day, that they're going to find out, like they did with cigarettes, 30 years later. Oh, guess what? It causes tar, whoops. um, I just hope that it's not going to affect any way. And I just don't think they've been out. But for right now, it works.
Yeah,
We don't have much like
but I know
that, and
that's too big one.
what we do is very scarce, and very, very expensive. So,
Yeah,
I'm all for it. It's just not for me right now in my life, I guess.
yeah. No, I agree. I'm not really there, but I do
Yeah,
think it's cool for people to be able to do, and I hope that there are some really cool stuff in the future for
yeah.
us.
And until we have 100 people live on our show, and everyone in the chat says yes, get it, get it, get it, get it. It's great, it's great, it's great. And it's been out for 25 years. Yeah, okay. In my day and age, I would go, okay,
I'm just
maybe.
waiting for my hover chair. Be
Yeah, there
Professor
you go.
Yes.
Or you know what? I uh, that one chair, it didn't move. It was like a hospital chair, but in the movie Wolverine, it
Oh
was on
yeah.
that. Anytime he moved, the chair or the bed moved with him. So
Uh,
there's little pressure. Um, you know, that was like, ooh, okay, that looks like you're always comfortable. Yeah, I wish I was always comfortable. Now, if you can make me always comfortable and no pain, there we go. We got
yeah,
something.
that's the one.
You know,
uh,
not where I'm
I know.
gripping my teeth half the day, and my wife looks at me like, "You all right? What's wrong?" Like, nothing. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Just
No, I know. That's the you just get so used to living with the pain. That's what I've talked. That would be incredible to just have like an actual like a pain-free day.
yeah.
That
There
would
you
be
go.
But
That would be
all right. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us and engaging in here. And we'll definitely have to talk about some of these things a little bit more in the future again. Um, I'll go ahead and we can thank our sponsors one more time here at the end. Do really appreciate our sponsors, Mobility Professionals, Urology Professionals. Mobility Professionals is local here for Southern California. So if you need any durable medical equipment like your new wheelchair or standing frame or a commode chair or anything like that, give them a call and they can try to set you up. And Urology Professionals is their sister company. They're nationwide, so they can ship your catheter supplies anywhere in the country. And I know earlier Nicole had said that, yeah, they didn't take her insurance and that for her state, for the Medicaid there. So yeah, you just have to call and find out, and hopefully they can take most insurances. But I know some states there are various regulations and things, and it's hard to have all those contracts. But give them a call and see if they will. They'll do all the work for you and check it out and see if you can get set up. So
yeah.
and so thank you to our sponsors and thank you everybody hanging out and watching the show with us. We definitely hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving on Thursday and
Yeah, with your loved ones, however it's going to be. Um, but hope that you're safe and sound. Peace and love. And it's the holiday season, if we like it or not.
yeah, no, exactly. It is whether you like it or not. But it is a season, and it is. If you have issues with stuff like that, just try to find things you can enjoy. Find the people, friends, family, whoever you know that you can spend that time with that does appreciate your time and your company, and yeah, just make the best of it if you can. And yeah, thanks everybody for watching again. No show on Thursday, obviously, for Thanksgiving. So hope everybody does have a great day. And we'll be back next week on Tuesday. Yeah, anything else, Bobby, you want to mention?
Mr. Roll, much love, everybody from the chat. Always thankful for everybody. Love you
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. We do appreciate you guys very much. And yeah, again,
You make it 10 I mean, I look forward to Thursdays or Tuesdays and Thursdays because of the chat.
yeah,
It just sometimes we see comments later on from others, but it's for everyone out there of commenting and the passion that you have for us getting here and just having an open dialogue. I appreciate it so much. So thank you, everyone.
all right, Bobby. Well said, man. Thank you. And thank you, everyone. Like Bobby said, we do appreciate you guys. And that is what it's about. What Live to Roll is about is this little bit of community we have here and hanging out and spending time with each other too. So, all right, everybody, live to roll.
Happy Thanksgiving. Live